It's a gray and rainy day. But oh well. Happy Thanksgiving. It has been an interesting week. But I'm done work now. And I'm thankful that I got all the way to the end of the term. I'm actually really proud of myself for that. I'm also really proud of this. Finally a hairstyle that I've done myself. I'm getting used to it because it's all this weight, but it also sits lower on my back with the weight. So, but I'm figuring out how to do my own hair. I'm finishing up work. Once I have my credit card come in so that I can actually pay the application fees, I'll be finishing up my PhD applications. I've got all the parts put together. I just need to go online and put them all into the different systems, which again, for the most part, isn't useful to do until I have a way to pay those fees. So yeah, I mean, my big academic things are a go, and like I said, I'm finished up work. I'm not picking anything up right away. Like, I want to take a break, take some time for myself, sort of bring the stress level back down, because I have been so stressed. Like yesterday, I finished up work and I had a really bad headache, but we decided to go and have supper. So I handled it for a little bit, and then just stress headache knocked me on my butt so badly. And I haven't slept well tonight, so hopefully, well, last night, hopefully tonight I sleep better. So I'm not picking up work right away. I'm going to take some time, relax, do things at my own pace, go for nice long walks, do some art. There's a couple things I figured out that I want to do project-wise moving forward. Plus, my mom and I have decided to attend a couple Christmas craft fairs coming up in November and December. So that's going to be really fun. But the rest of October, other than finishing up my PhD applications, and my thesis is currently with my second reader and my external reader. So if anything comes back from them, that's sort of that next step. Like, so academics is still there, but work-wise, I'm letting it go. Letting it go. Like I said, I want to work on some art. I've got some projects going on. I figured out another triangle painting I want to do, and I figure 3 is probably good. 3 sets of triangles. And I have some more books. Picked up some more last night. Not last night, night before last. Because I finished 2 this past sort of work section. Because I actually had a coworker come back for Saturday and Sunday. And I found out with my writing that I don't really like to write when there's somebody right there that I'm supposed to be paying attention to, even if I'm not. Like, we both sat there and read when there wasn't people in the museum. Like, literally the moment people showed up, the books went down, and we were focused on them, answering questions, showing them around, things like that. But we got a lot of reading done. There were periods of some serious quiet, but I couldn't do any writing because I think part of it is not wanting to always have to field the questions of, like, what are you writing? What's it about? Oh, tell me about it. What's going on now? Like, things like that. So I set my writing aside for the weekend and just ended up reading for the quiet points. But everything's closed up. We did some extra work. We did some extra cleaning. Trying to make everything easier for the full closing. And I've been invited back to help with one of their November events, which I said to tell me the date, because with craft fairs I might not be able to attend. And some of them, depending on when my mother has a shift or not, I might be at the craft fair by myself. So we'll figure this stuff out. Yeah. So I'm grateful that I had work for the past 5 months. I'm grateful that I saw it through to the end. That really proved a lot of things to me. I'm grateful that my coworker came back, helped me out for closing. I'm thankful that I now do have a chance to just take a breather and relax. Play my video games, read some books, do some art. I'm just really glad I have that opportunity right now. I'm thankful that my thesis seems to be going well. The last report I got back from my main advisor was that his only question was about the title. And I looked at the title and I was like, oh, he is right. And then we figured something else out. And he liked that. So I'm thankful that that's going on to the other readers now. And we're moving forward in that. So, I mean, I'm thankful for a lot of things, but I'm most thankful that this stress level is likely to start coming down at this point. And I'm going to be able to relax. I'm keeping an eye on the mail. I actually have 3 things coming in October, which would be my card, which I'm looking forward to so that I can do these applications. I pre-ordered John Green's new book, Turtles All the Way Down. So I'm excited for that. That's this week. It's coming out. I don't know how fast delivery will be, but I'm really excited for that. It's going to be like the book I read the moment I have it, even if I'm in the middle of like 3 other books. And I also ordered a Game Grumps t-shirt because I just decided I really wanted to be a nerd and have some nerdy things. And it was actually for hurricane relief as well. And that's why it's been delayed. They were expecting to start printing on the 1st of October, but they had such a large order that they actually had to delay printing until starting on the 7th. So they claimed within the next week, but again, with such a large order, that might be optimistic. But we'll see. But it was sort of exciting because it was like, oh yeah, like that means a lot of money was raised for hurricane relief. They had such a large order of these shirts. So I'm excited for mail. I'm thankful for mail. I'm thankful I've had the opportunity to treat myself and to work towards my next step in education. Yeah, no, I'm feeling, if not super physically good right now, like I am still tired and I can still feel the headache. I'm at least feeling emotionally positive, which is a change from the last little bit. So I'm thankful that I am sort of coming out of this slump, this really stressful period, and hopefully into a much more creative idea. I really want to see if I can finish Eagles before I hit the new year, as well as, again, work on some of my other art projects. I want to learn how to paint a little more, and since timing-wise can't really set up a class, I've decided I'm going to go ahead and figure out some Bob Ross videos and go along from there. I mean, as my father pointed out when I mentioned that, even if it's not a masterpiece, you're always going to be improving in some way. You really can't get worse. You pick up things. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited for a lot of things. And that's actually really nice because, again, for the past 5 months, it's been work and work and work and thesis, work and thesis. And I need a break from that. And I finally got the opportunity starting on Thanksgiving. So I don't mind rainy days. Like I said, I picked up some more books because I finished 2 at work. I'm going to show them off. I'm proud of my selection. So this one is partially for me, but partially also because I'm interested in considering them in some of my thesis projects. So The Mists of Avalon. which is a female perspective on the Arthurian legends, which is not a popular way of considering things. So I'm excited. And then the other two are history books, because that's me. And then I sort of realized afterwards that they're sort of connected to each other. But I decided to do one more Western history, and then one from Eastern history, Middle East, Asia, things like that. So I've got the Templars and the Shroud of Christ. And then I was super excited to find this one, which is Saladin. And Saladin is the Sultan who is involved in, he was sort of the enemy during the Crusades. So that's, and of course the Templars again, the big part that they came out through was the Crusades and beyond that. So I'm super excited because with the Crusades you hear a lot about Richard the Lionheart's perspective and the Christian perspective, so I'm really interested to read a little more about the Muslim perspective on it, and the Islamic perspective. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, yes, without even again thinking that the two books I picked up sort of mirror each other on that one. So I've got stuff to read now, like the Mist of Avalon is huge. Like, it's almost as big as T.H. White's The Once and Future King. But The Once and Future King is actually about 5 books put together. There's The Sword in the Stone, The Witch in the Woods, The Ill-Made Knight, Candle in the Wind, and The Book of Merlin. All put together into one form. But Mist of Avalon is the first in the series, but it is purely just the one text. So, and this is not small writing, so that's going to be nice. But I think I might actually start on one of the history ones. The two I just finished up were T.H. White's The Once and Future King, and then the Enemies of Rome book that I had, which was a chapter on a variety of the enemies the Roman Empire ended up facing throughout its lifetime, which was very interesting, especially since through other readings I've done, or through extra history, particularly on YouTube, there were points in time where I was like, well, yeah, like I'm remembering these things, I know these things, I've heard about these things. So it was really interesting to have those moments of, I know what's going on. But again, the Crusades, Extra History did a series of videos on the First Crusade, I want to say it was the First Crusade, so I'm interested to see if I'm gonna be able to pick some other things up. I'm rambling. Like I said, I'm feeling emotionally up from where I have been, and it's nice, and I want to revel in it, and lift all of the things I'm thankful for, even if those are very selfish things to be thankful for. Like, I haven't mentioned the people and things that I am thankful for just on a daily basis. My mom and dad, you, Rach, for just listening to all of this, even in the worst of times. I'm grateful for Caroline. I'm grateful for books. Happy Thanksgiving. I am going to upload this and then take a book out and at least introvert hangout with my parents. I think we are going on a drive later despite the rain, so that would be nice. Talk to you later.